With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Ready. Come on, set, ready.
First play, and Young is going to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Young going to give to Brooks. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. The big man, Nnamdi Madubuike, there on the tackle. And look at this Baltimore defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people. Put them on the ground.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Set, ready. 45, white. Set.
Young. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 37.
That's good for our Panthers. 1st down.
Ready.
They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Set, ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. It's completed to Caldwell. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start with a run by Tracy. Still fighting. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
That's good
They finally caught up to him there at the end of the play, but great inside handoff, and what a powerful run.
The first few yards seemed relatively easy. Then it got tougher, right? And that's where he showed that he was not going to go down easily. He was not going to be denied until he got everything he could out of that run.
Down the left sideline and down to the 16-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your poise, lose your timing and your tempo. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. To throw is Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. That's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Britton Strange, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Panthers.
Here is Young. He's got the hook up here to Caldwell. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Up the middle with Brooks here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Set, cut, go. 50, green. Ready?
To throw, Young. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Ready? Cut. Set.
Young working out of the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
52.
Panthers, first down.
Set.
First and goal.
They'll run here with Hubbard. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. on EA Sports.
Second and goal.
Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they come up now, second and goal.
Right. Close. 10. Here we go. Here we go.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left.
Ready?
Brooks is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look and repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10 at the 41.
180. It's hot.
The 20. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 41 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a second and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw here. Trying to find Caldwell, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
The Ravens take over first and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Running left is Tracy. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 76 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Baltimore, first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tyrone Tracy with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's It's now 21-7.
Ravens 41, Panthers 7.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard
Yellow,
line.
43. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Young. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Mike Green. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Nnamdi Madubuike. He's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Young to throw it. He's going to look deep down the field. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Here's Brooks.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten him down here, but now when you start to lean on that running game, that's a good pickup there on first and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now Young. And it's caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Jatavion Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Here's Jackson to throw. Here's a screen now for Pollard. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now it's Jackson. target. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll hand it to Tracy. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Brings up second and goal at the Panthers' 9-yard line.
Come on. Hey, report. Report.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Throwing is Jackson. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and now fall incomplete.
But he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Back. 10.
They'll look to throw. Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing.
They'll go again with Tracy. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not.
Of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now Jackson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Ready, ready. 33. Cut.
Looking to throw, Young. This ball taken in here by Brooks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Carolina.
Ready.
A run out of the gun with Brooks. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. It finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Let's go. Set, cut.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play. I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Panthers, 1st down.
Here we go. Here we
1st
go.
and goal at the
Yeah,
5-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Brooks. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jonathan Brooks with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Right back to Tracy. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And the Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On the give, it's Tracy. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now 2nd and 9. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. That's caught at the 25. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 24-yard line.
7 yards. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
On the ground, here comes Tracy. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Here's Tracy. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Tyrone Tracy with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens are able to widen their advantage. Extra point up and through. And the lead is up to 18 now.
38. Panthers 20.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And the Ravens have got it. And his guys will take over at the 30. Yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Now a first carry here for the running back. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
2 yards.
Big Derek Brown making the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
10 at the 11-yard line.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that a team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones.
There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Panthers 20. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Come on, second down.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
10. 10 black.
Young will set to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to get on that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
3rd down, Young from the gun. And when caught along the sideline, did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Ready.
Young now. And got his man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Throw right side, taken by Sanders. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, ready?
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Ravens 20.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Young. To the right side, hauled in by McMillan. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Set, ready. Yellow, set.
Young. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As soon as he leaped out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Okay, now, black shot. 50, green, ready?
Now here's Young. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there with an amazing diving catch. And the Panthers get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
45. Panthers 27. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own
Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they look to finish strong in this fourth quarter. And this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what... Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man. It's the tight end Strange with it. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Baltimore, they get that elusive second win to move to 2-14 with still 1 game to go. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire